Wait, how is that a pause?
You
What?
said that we're gonna use your end. Come on, fam.
Oh, what is this? The 90s?
Yo, man. Come on, bro. You know how this ting
Dude,
goes,
dude
man.
probably still say I got some skins from fucking you back a girl. Fuck out of here.
How do you even know that terminology, fam?
I'm a hip hop head, V. Don't give me that.
It says skins. He says, "Smooth B, the skins is fat." Yo, that's wild, man. Yo, you a wild boy, man. How the hell did you know that?
Yo, man, I try to impress y'all all the time, man.
My man said skins.
You think
Yo,
I know all that, huh?
I ain't heard that terminology in so long, B. Oh my god. Yo, you crazy, man. What's going on, play? We finally, man, this is going down.
uh,
I mean, we've been
y-
rolling, by the way. Just giving
uh,
you a heads up.
oh, so we live?
Yeah, we live, baby. I figured we do the, sneaky roll, see how it goes.
I kind of like this now. We live, just a little banter going on. Just leave this in the fucking episode. Fuck it.
Right.
Yo,
Word, man.
man.
The sound might be a little
I'll give
crazy
a
at the
quick
beginning,
intro
but
though.
go for it.
You are now listening to the Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast, a battle rap podcast of New York with your boy Program V and your host France.
Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for listening. As always, show, Twitter, Instagram, LTBR podcast, email, let's talk battle rap at gmail.com. And now that that's out of the way, we got some battle rap and breakfast this weekend, bro.
Man, it was an experience, man. I enjoyed it, man. What did you think about Summer Madness 8 starting it off in the morning with some breakfast and all that? Like, this was different.
This was really different. Like the shit started at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I woke up and I'm just like, what am I gonna have? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even have enough time to really get breakfast by 10:08. Rum Nitty and Geechi was on.
That's crazy, man. Yo, I had to rush back from work and whatnot. I had to stop at the deli, grab some egg and cheese sandwiches and bagels and all that, and then rush back. And I got back and Geechi and them had already started, but my stream was acting crazy, and I was like, you know what? Whatever, I'll catch that one on a rebound. And just started setting up my situation, man. And it was interesting, man. I liked it being up that early.
Honestly, I would love to know how URL still can have a 5 battle card in the venue and still
Yo,
take your entire day. It's incredible.
yo, let me tell you, by the time they were done, what was it, like 5:30? Something like that.
Yeah, 5:30.
5:30 Eastern time, right? Yo, I was tired. Yo, there was no going anywhere else. Cause in your mind, you're like, oh, this is done. I can go do some other things. It'll be early. Nope. I was so drained and battle fatigue. Like my mind was just like in shutdown mode. I literally had to sleep to be able to function again, man. What about you after the battles were done?
Yeah. I was just like, damn, I normally dedicate my day
Yeah.
3 p.m. to like midnight to watch a freaking pay-per-view. But today I said, oh, it starts at 10?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be done by 3 o'clock. Maybe I could go to the park and play some basketball. Maybe I could,
Nope.
nope. I ended at 5:30. I was drained.
The
It was already
sun was
dark
down
outside. I'm like,
already,
you know
man.
what? I might as well just replay this entire shit. You can have my entire Saturday. Fuck it. You can have my entire Saturday smack. It's your day.
Yo, man, maybe that's mad sneaky now that you think about it. Cause you gotta figure everyone is tired from drinking and doing whatever else and eating and everything. So it's like, are you really gonna go somewhere else, or are you just gonna replay these battles again and then argue on Twitter? So yo, that's pretty smart on their end, man. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, shouts to the California people that listen to our show and that are fans of battle rap because they
Right,
have to be
right.
up at 7 a.m.
Dedicate. Yo, Geechi was up wild early to watch his battle.
Get you set the alarm clock for everybody in the neighborhood and everybody waking up.
Yeah, I like that wordplay right there. Yo, it's true, man. He set the pigeons off and whatnot. Everybody had to wake up and form in line to go watch that battle. Yo, his hood must have been live, man. That's crazy. Because right after the battle was over, you saw him tweeting about it. I'm like, damn, son is really awake at 7 a.m. Like this is important, man. Like this was Smack going intercontinental champ. This was crazy. Like thinking back about it now, this is kind of nutty, man. It's a whole other. Yo, they went to Europe, B. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Where do we start with this plus and minus recap, man? Summer Madness 8. First and foremost, what we rating the event out of a 10? I'm giving it a solid 8.5.
Yeah, man. Like I pretty much got a little bit of everything. Like you know, no one was. Yeah, nice solid 8.5, man. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the $50 spent on an early bird special. You know, I can't complain too much about this one. I mean, I definitely got some minuses. Don't get me wrong, but as a whole, yo, this was fire, fire.
Yeah,
Yo, you
man.
know
I
what?
a hundred.
I guess we could start with the crowd, man. Like the crowd was lit.
The crowd was lit, and you know what, man? Like people were wondering like what the crowd would be like.
Hmm.
It, a lot of people got great reception. Like Tay Roc was beloved. Like he came out
Yo,
like no pun intended, but he came out like a rock star.
yo,
And
I thought they
and
announced Michael
Twork,
Jackson, son. Like it was great. Like it got deafening in there. Like it was great. I never heard a response like that.
it was really crazy. Um, yeah, I think this might be the easily the second best event of the year. I'll give it
Mm.
that.
So what you think? Gnome was better? Gnome 8?
The reason why I say Gnome was better is because Gnome had so much suspense and everything that any prediction you made for Gnome, throw it out the window. Like the exact opposite happened. So like you were glued to your screen trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Like the minute the when Scotty takes a round against Loso, you're like, what the fuck is Loso gonna lose his PG? When DNA fumbles the
Oh my
entire second
gosh.
round with Tech,
What?
you're like, is JC about to come back? And then every battle just had like a what the
This is
fuck
a
is going
weird
on
twist
moment.
to it. Yeah, all of a sudden Tay Roc got neutralized in the second round from goods and whatnot.
Yeah,
Like, what's
every
going
single
on?
battle had
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was nutty, man.
Twork and Suge, he punches Suge, and they're like, oh, we getting
Yeah,
big boy up in
yeah.
here.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. On this one, I pretty much picked the majority of the picks except for the main event, man. Like I was pretty much on point. So you're right when it comes down to it. Like some of no Gnome 8 was fire and the battles went every which way. This one well, you and I pretty much guessed it the right way, but the battles were still fire. You know what I mean? So it was ill, man. It was dope. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, man, it really was great. To start the event off, man, shout outs to URL for finessing us into giving us a battle they filmed the week prior and throwing it on the card. Like
Right?
that's the biggest finesse ever. And
Hilarious.
I want to say big shout outs to Ben and Father God. They had me on their show earlier.
Hmm.
I called up and shit.
Oh, word.
And
Salute.
yeah, salute to those guys. And I was talking to Ben, and I gotta slander him real quick for this one. He said he had Geechi Gotti as the champion of the night. I'm like, he wasn't even in the country.
Yeah, he's
Shout
wild,
outs to
man.
In the Loop Radio. But Geechi Gotti wasn't even in the country.
Oh my gosh.
Disqualified.
He made us wilding right now. Wildington.
Nah, Ben's my
Word,
guy,
yeah.
man.
I
But
mean,
but
he's crazy.
Geechi and Rum, man. Yo, let me say this, man. That is what a volume battle is actually supposed to look like.
Right.
Very small crowd, little to no interruption. How fluid does Geechi Gotti sound just rapping with no breaks?
Super duper. Yeah, man. This was an interesting battle. And I say this because, all right, let me just get the negative out of the way. I felt like these guys, like it was a sparring match to me. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I
It looked
felt
like a sparring match with like two head pads on and the headgear
right.
and really like gloves. Like it wasn't nothing crazy.
Yeah, like it wasn't super. But the thing that's crazy is that the writing was really crazy. So I'm seeing expert writing, but I'm seeing a friendly delivery. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of throws me off. I'm like, it's like watching a friendly in the soccers. You know what I'm saying? In the soccer matches and stuff. Like it's just different. Like it's just not the same ferocity. But the writing was super crazy. I think Geechi really turned it up in the third round. I'll give him a positive for that. Like he definitely realized, like, yo, I gotta deliver in this third. But yo, on a positive note, Nitty's pen is. I know I make fun of the pen game crazies, and I know that Nitty just 99% raps about guns, but son, the writing was fire,
Yeah,
fire
it really
from Nitty,
was.
man.
It
Like,
really was. We might switch over real quick. Let me see if I get a better connection over here.
Yo, you sound great over here. Oh snap! Hello, hello.
Yeah, I think I got a way stronger connection here.
Okay, so you sound good. I sound good on your end. Pause.
Oh yeah, you sound much clearer. There we go.
All
I
right,
was
cool.
because started hearing a little laggy and glitch, and I was like, hold on, man, hold on. Let's get this right. Let's get this right.
All right, man.
So
Let me hook up the settings over here. Yeah, man. Y'all
now you.
hearing us make the live adjustment? Pull the audible on that Skype
Oh
talk,
yeah,
man.
no breaks. No need to for the technical difficulty beep. We'll do it. We'll do it right on while we record it. Keep it. Let it roll.
Let
Leave the banter.
it
Leave the technical issues. Let people know this is a human podcast. Real shit happens.
keep it rolling, man. Basically, you roll with the
Yo, but
punches,
Rum
man.
Nitty's pen. Yes, Rum Nitty's. Yo,
Yo,
when you got to put them in that
crazy.
environment,
Yeah,
not to downplay Geechi, but it's you get to see how simplistic Geechi
yeah,
writing is compared to Rum Nitty's.
right.
It is just berserk. And when you put Rum Nitty in an environment where he doesn't have to stop, you get to hear how layered his writing and his punching is. He doesn't waste a line. He doesn't let a line go to waste. If anything, at one point in time, Geechi, I mean not Geechi, Rum is so programmed to people stopping him that he
Mhm.
had moments where he's like he sucked his teeth and he repeated lines. I'm like, yo, bro, no one's stopping you. Keep going.
Facts, man. And the thing is, without people to stop him, you just catch so much more of the lines. And I was just impressed, man. Like I said, I miss the intensity from having a crowd there. And I think if they had a crowd there, they would have put on more of a show. But this allowed me to enjoy their pen so much, especially Nitty's pen so much that I was just like, wow. At moments, I was just in awe of the way that he could just put these bars together. Like it was crazy, man. Like it was really crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely there with you. Not every battle should be in that kind of environment, but
Right.
for the few that are like that, you get to see like the people that need to be there are the MCs. Because Rum Nitty's an MC.
Yeah.
Like, although he's a very battle rap centric guy, where it's like punch, 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 transition, punch. He can rap. He has mixtapes. He has projects. He has good music projects.
Facts.
Geechee, we all know Geechee's just a rapper that can battle.
Yeah.
So that kind of environment is good for the MCs. And I gotta say, as far as Geechee Gotti's Champion of the Year campaign, he pushed it up with this one because I thought he beat Rum Nitty the last two rounds.
Yeah, I mean, see, for me with this one, in all honesty, I couldn't even really judge this battle and give it like a fair judgment because, I know that it's to me it just wasn't. It was more like a friendly, like I said. It was great writing from both. I got the third round from Geechee that I wanted. I got the pen game from Nitty that I wanted. I was just satisfied with the battle. I didn't treat it like a real hardcore battle. So for me personally, I'm bowing out of this one. I'm not really judging it like that because it doesn't really have any consequences and both guys move on. They both look good. So that's how I'm calling it. Real talk.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not mad at that because it's a 17-minute battle.
Right.
Listen, I'm all for smaller battles. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Like it's the battle is so small they got to play in between intermissions between battles of
Right. A couple
the
times.
card.
Yeah. To me, it was like an
So
aggressive.
like if you missed,
If you miss it, you could check it out all over again.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to me it was like an aggressive cipher, you know what I'm saying, or just like competitive rhyming more so. It wasn't really like a battle, and it was more just for them to flex their skills, and I enjoyed both of their talents. So, my negative was just hey, it didn't have the intensity of a real battle, but the positive was I got all the writing that I needed, and I got my third round. Like some of the things that Geechi's third rounds, man, it's filled with so many stories, and I feel like these stories are really personal to him. Like they are just him recounting chapters of his life or his homies' lives or whatever. And through that, those people get to live on and their memories carry on. So it's becoming a little special thing, I think, man. Like that's really gonna take him far. And as he develops and gets even deeper with it, like I look forward to the third rounds and how he adjusted. But so far, he's been hitting, man. Like he's been on with those thirds. So continued success, man, and salute to that. And the project is still fire. No studio in three, so y'all go check that out.
Oh yeah, we bump that all the time.
Hell
We bump that all
yeah.
the time. We love that over here.
Facts,
Um,
facts.
so shouts to that battle.
Yeah.
You would think them playing that battle, they have enough time to kind of get you adjusted and have everybody ready. Nah, you still gotta wait.
Of
You still
course.
gotta wait 30, 40 minutes in between battles.
Yo,
Um,
I don't understand
they
it, man.
they intro.
They're in
Yeah, I
another
don't get it.
continent.
I don't get it neither.
Yo, fam, they're in a whole other continent. Everyone is in the same building. Why can we not get the stage cleared off anymore? It's been 10 years, man. What are we doing?
I don't know, man, but
Sorry, man. I had to
I'm
rant, man.
speechless.
I had to rant.
No,
I'm
I
sorry,
love
bro.
the rant. I love it. It's just I just don't have an answer for the rant because the rant is going to continue forever.
Oh man, I'll chalk it up to them just having a bunch of excited Brits over there, and people just, you know what I'm saying, just people getting caught up in just the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? But geez, man, some of those intermissions are kind of crazy, you know. But whatever, man. Moving
Yo,
on to the
man,
first battle, friends. The battle from
can
Britain.
we please? Yes, can we please talk about this Gemini and Soul battle? I feel like um I feel like a lot of people weren't so hip to the UK battle scene.
Right.
People heard a lot about Soul. This wasn't one of Soul's best performances, obviously. So now they're very strong against him. I feel like we need to put this battle into its proper context. Let's talk about
Go
it.
ahead, brother. Shoot.
All right. So I want to point out Gemini has the least amount of battles on the entire card of everybody that battled. He
He's
only has
got like,
13 battles.
yeah, this was his 14th, correct?
Well, he battled Cortez recently, so if you want to count that as his 14th, this is 15th, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Gemini doesn't lose at all. I don't think there's really a battle I could really point where I have Gemini probably losing. Just maybe him and Big T,
Mm-hmm.
right? But he's very tactical.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he battles Shocks, he loves to put the crowd against you. And like this is what I told Bad Money. Like this is why he's very dangerous. He knows how to get the crowd with him to the point where like if he needs to be serious, the crowd's gonna give him the ears for a serious, real talk moment.
Right.
He needs to be witty. The crowd's gonna laugh with him. He
Exactly.
wants to go bar heavy. The pen is there. The
Yep.
punches are there.
And if he wants to
Anything he
go
wants to
street, they're
do, he's
ready
gonna.
for that too.
And he is so his battle catalog is so small to have that type of a skill set. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
It's just nothing short of incredible. And personally, me, right? Soul is probably one of the best pens out in the UK. He's highly respected by a lot of the most high quality writers in the US.
Yeah.
Shout out to him battling Ilmac soon. It's a
Fun,
great battle coming up. So
fun
I
fact, he's
would think,
Danny
okay,
Myers' favorite battle rapper from the UK.
oh,
Yeah, the bar god
ah,
approves. Yeah.
well, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Just a little bit. Uh-huh. But, but
that well, because I'm here talking about his pen, and you put the pen god,
no, the bar god. Yeah, man.
right?
But nah,
But
man. But a good style clash for sure. You know.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, style clash for sure, man. You got like the hustler versus the pen guy, you know, and who's gonna win out? Is it gonna be real street talk? Is it gonna be the bars, quote unquote? So I was interested to see how this battle was gonna go because people over there in the UK they rate Soul pretty high, man. Every time they talk about a crazy pen, they talk about Soul, you know, and every time they want to talk about a guy who's that dude, they talk about Gemini. So this was a top clash, man. So I was highly interested to see who was gonna win out. Was it gonna be the pen or was it gonna be the overall guy? You know, so I was pretty
Yeah,
interested to see how this one was gonna go.
and URL has a higher respect for the pen. Like
Hmm.
with battlers, they want to come in and be very lyrical and flex their lyrical acrobats
Right.
and their punches. But it's just, man, I didn't expect this to be a crowd where if once you kind of like get to them and control the elements,
Yeah.
you have them in the palm of your hands. And we've seen that in a lot of the battles, the Arsenal battle, the Patch Day and Rock battle.
Hmm.
We'll get to that later. But if you control the elements, you're controlling more of the battle.
Right.
Because listen, I won't jump into those battles briefly, but the debate in between them is if you have Pat or Arsenal winnings because what they did was more impactful. If you have
Right.
Rock and Twork winnings because you like the lyrics more.
Right. Right.
But the lyrics at this point in time wasn't the thing that moved this crowd. It was the impact. So
Exactly.
Gemini's first round extremely underrated when you talk about best rounds of the night. I think best round of the night obviously goes to Arsenal, maybe Tay Roc, but Gemini's first round, what he did, not a lot of people can recover from it. He set the tone to the point where he put that crowd to hate
Straight
Soul,
against him. Yeah.
and Soul never 100% recovered from it. Like every single line from this first round to this third round,
Was his
he had to
Taylor to the
fight.
yeah. I,
Yes, he had to fight for every single bar.
I man, people. I told people, yo, like I told people Gemini was wicked, and his pen was crazy in that first round, man. And he was angling like a mofo, and he chose to go first. And he even said in the finishing in the interviews afterwards, like, yo, if I choose to go first, that means I already got something up my sleeve. Like, don't let me do it. And boy, did he ever. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about that angle in the first round,
You
brother.
shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have put that out there. Just saying.
Yeah, man. I think he was just hyped. You know what I'm saying? To get the battle out, to get the battle done. Because, like he said, he's facing a court case right now, and he doesn't know what his future looks like, if he's going to be free or not. And he didn't even want to do the battle, but Chico was on his line, and he said, "Yo, I'm gonna do this for London. I'm gonna do this to represent." And he put on a show, man. Like, these are similar circumstances to John John. You know what I mean? I mean, not to say the situations or whatever, but just under some tough situations, and the man came through, yo. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Talk,
man.
talk.
Honestly,
Hmm.
let's talk about the battle. To It's just crazy where like Soul had to literally pay for that first round every single round. Um, but Gemini peaked very early in this battle. He peaked very, very early. Like his second round was more bar heavy, and his third round he tried to reopen up a brand new angle that wasn't as effective as the first, which was weird to me because it's like, why would you have two real talk angles when your first round, you set the blueprint and you trapped them? All you need at this point is just be bar heavy the entire night. Your next two rounds just be bar heavy.
Well,
Um,
I think we underestimate how much these guys might want to impress the URL and the URL fans. This is the first time many of these fans are going to get to see them. So I think sometimes people just want to flex their skill set and show you, yo, I can do this, I can do this, and I can do that. Maybe did he spread himself a little too thin at times from doing that? Perhaps. But I think he just really wanted to show the US, like, yo, I can do all of this, and these are the various styles that I can bring. Whereas I felt like Soul was just like super, bar heavy, as we could say, the whole entire round, except for that Philly flow thing in the third round, which kind of threw me for a loop. But I think that's
I didn't like you call. I saw that tweet from you. I didn't like you calling it a Philly flow.
yo,
I didn't like you calling it Philly
that
flow
was not the
because
Philly flow.
that's just how he is.
That's the Philly flow, though. Come
No,
on.
I wouldn't label
Yo,
it
my
that.
man, you ask anybody from Pennsylvania what flow is this, they gonna say that's that Philly flow. Come on now. Let's not do
Man,
this.
they're not gonna let
Let's
they
not
will not
do
let
this.
they won't let anybody with a Scotland accent say he has a Philly flow. The
Yo,
flow also comes with the voice too. It's
listen,
not
man.
in the cadence. I think flow is predicament from cadence, right? And I get what you're saying in the structure and rhyme pattern. It sounded like it, but no, man. He
Bruh,
raps that way all the time. He's rapped like that against Bender,
he's got
Nestle,
the Philly
C
flow.
Major. Call yes, he's done this plenty of
But
times. So
he's anywho, yo, first let's settle this, man.
I'm not gonna
If
call
y'all
it that. That's
listening
all I'm
to if
saying.
y'all
I'm not gonna
listening
call.
right now, did Soul have the Philly flow versus Gemini? Tweet us. LTBR podcast.
You want
Tweet
them to
me
kill you on
at
the internet?
Program V. I don't care. Send the shots, yo. Send the shots. Luke Cage hoodie over here, baby. I can take it. It's all good. Pause. But yeah, man. So send them
Um,
tweets. Let us know, did Soul have the Philly flow or not? All right. Word. Nah, man. I
all right.
thought
So
Gemini was too
when
much,
Bad
man.
Money real quick, when Bad Money schools you and say you're completely wrong, what's gonna happen then?
Nothing's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna say you guys are bugging, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
Shouts to Bad Money.
Word, man.
Man, look, I'm not gonna hold you, V. I wanted to edge Soul the battle just because I thought the writing was better. I'm not a fan of people when they peak in their first rounds in battles. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
And when you write uphill against somebody that peaks in their first round, you can easily win a battle. So as far as the quality of the content, obviously I like Soul rounds a little better,
Hmm.
but that's just me saying bar for bar, and I'm not gonna give a bar for bar
Bar
winner
for
when
bar. Yeah.
when I love elemental winners. I got to
Exactly.
give it up, you know.
And not for
So
nothing,
yes,
it's
Gemini won the battle.
right.
Gemini won.
Thank you. And it's not like Gemini's rounds second and third were not didn't have bars or they weren't good. It just wasn't as good as his first. But yo, he was still kicking some stuff. And not for nothing, man. He had some bars in there that. Like people who've been through it definitely gonna appreciate those bars. Like he was really talking. I'm telling you, man. As people continue to watch this battle, they're gonna continue to go back for
Yo,
Gemini stuff, and they're gonna really see what my man was talking about. Yo, he's fire, man. Go watch all of Gemini's
when
old battles,
Gemini had
man.
that punch,
Yeah, which one?
he had that punch in the second round. I think he was like Stop the whip like a driver instructor.
Yeah,
Ooh,
son. Come on now. That's some Rum Nitty type lines, man. Come
that was
on.
that was
Yo, Rum
like
Nitty versus
that
Gemini
was
would be
crazy.
crazy. Yo, Rum Nitty versus
Can I just
Gem would be
can I
crazy. Talk to me.
can I
That's a
point out?
fire line, son. Come
Yeah, that is a
on, man.
fire line.
That's a
Nah,
fire line. That's a
can I just point out? I
talk.
love the fact that Gemini said he pulled out the shank and he had a gun motion, and he had a shotgun noise, and
Yeah.
so had a razor.
Yo, all we were missing. Yo, come
These
on,
guys
man.
had the gun and razor noise sound effects. I'm like, yo, this smack shit is
I
universal
love it, man.
everywhere.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Yo, American hip hop definitely rules the world. Cause getting ready for this joint, I definitely listened to our playbook, to get amped for it. But then I randomly went on iTunes and just put on, UK hip hop or whatever. All the songs are coming on, right? But yo, it's ill because you got the UK trap, you got the UK grime, you got the UK street, you got the UK West Coast version. So it's only natural that the battle rap leaks over to that side too, and you get these new sounds and movements now. I'm like, yo, you cats wasn't talking about Razor 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ill, man, to watch how the culture shifts and moves all over the world, man.
I love the shank for in the gun the gun motion with the
Yeah, with
shank.
the
I
shake.
just I love that. I love that. So
Fire,
shout outs to the
fire.
UK, man. Those guys
Yeah.
put on really great.
Yep. Yep.
That's pretty much where I'm at with it, man. I'm really happy. Hopefully we see Gemini again. Hopefully he gets through his situation
Yeah.
and
Facts,
all is
man.
well on that side of the world.
Yeah, man. We
Hopefully
pulling
him and
for you.
Cortez
Hey,
drops really
yo.
soon because
Facts. I want to see
hopefully
how that turned out. I want to see how that turns
word.
out, man.
I saw Cortez at the RB event and I
Yeah,
was like, yo
yeah.
man, I heard you got killed by Gemini. I said it playing around. He goes, and you know what? He goes, dead ass? Seriously?
Yo, man. Shout out to
He
Taz,
was like,
man.
nah, don't play, man, because he's like, don't play with me, because you know how shit is in battle rap. Like people shit spreads, and I'm like, nah, man, I was just trolling you.
Yo, y'all gotta stop, man. People be trolling my man way too much, but I think he takes it with a grain of salt now, man. But yeah, man. Hopefully, I can't wait to see that battle once that drops. When Gemini versus
Oh,
Cortez
wait,
drops, it's gonna be
wait,
fire.
one last thing we didn't talk about in the
Oh,
battle.
the
They almost
shoving.
fought. How great was that?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
great was that?
Yo, that set off the night, man. That set off the. Oh, also, what we didn't talk about too, the London crowd came to boo. Yeah, that was fire.
Yes,
That was
yes, that was
fire.
crazy.
I was like, yo, we got a real
I loved
crowd.
it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to London. Shout out to any crowd that's not accepting that bull. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you listen, man, everyone can't get participatory trophies. All right, if you come with that whack shit,
Facts.
you getting booed, man. So salute to London for booing, for appropriate booing. All right, appropriate booing. Okay, can't be mad at that, man. Y'all got to go through the fire if you have to. So salute to that. Someone got booed. They nearly fought. So they let you know that it gets real on that stage, man. It means something. So that definitely helped set off the night. We're not advocating violence at all, but little battle rap tension
We
always
like the
goes a
intensity. We like the
yeah, yeah,
intensity.
the intensity, man, the battle rap intensity. So that definitely set it off for the night, man. And that intensity carried on to the next battle, which is Tay Roc versus Pat Stay, I want to say, brother.
Sir.
Yeah, man. So Tay Roc versus Pat Stay. All right. Uncle Smizzle calls out
Oh,
Uncle Smizzle calls out Pat Stay from Nova Scotia, right? Right? Then I don't know what kind of cognac they got out there in England, man, but your man Uncle Smizzle calls out his brother Tay Roc from Camden. I say, yo, Smack is wilding right now, man. But yo, when Tay Roc came out, it was like a herd of elephants was in that room, bruh. Like my headphones was shaking. Like it was deafening. It was crazy how much love the GBK received in London, man. Talk about his reception, brother.
yo, man, he was a rock star. No pun intended. It was amazing.
It was crazy, and I was so happy to see the love that he got. You know what I'm saying? Like, for him to realize, like, yo, I am one of these guys. Like, this is crazy right here. I think it was overwhelming for Tay Roc, man.
It was crazy because Tay Roc and Twork got a bigger reception than Arsonal and Pat, who already been in London.
Right? Yo, so that goes to show,
It
man.
was
Like the
crazy.
the first time love. Listen, for the guys who go there in the future, you're only gonna get to make your debut in London one time. All right, listen to me. You only get to make that debut once. Make it count. You see the love that you got this time, it may not be that much the next time. So take full advantage of that, man. You guys that are going out there next time. Like it was bananas when Tay Roc walked out, man. And where Pat Stay had his fur on, definitely standing out, looking
Facts.
crazy, looking
Yo,
wavy.
listen, man. Shout out to Henny, man. He put out this tweet. He said, "Damn, Paste is so hard to beat because it's like he's so tall that you can't punk him.
Yeah,
He's so fly you can't call him corny. He has swag and he has so much charisma, and more importantly, he can rap really well. So then you can't say he
right.
can't rap. So Paste comes with a bevy of threats, and
Facts.
Paste came out with that fur.
Uh-huh.
Also, Soul was wearing some fur. A lot of people were wearing fur the entire night. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Tay
Oh
Rock's
no,
first round was fucking amazing.
it was
There's no other way to
dope,
say it.
yo. It was dope, man.
It was
Man, starting out
it
with
was
some
the Rock we've been waiting for a long time, to be honest.
facts. It was like an evolution of rock, man. Like he came, he didn't come out just rah, 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 rah. Like he really took his time. Like he even had like a couple little jokes in there. He went to a couple of new pockets that we never seen from Rock. Like it was right, and then he snapped right back into the old Rock. Like it was dope, man. I was happy to see it when he said he was gonna make some changes, and I saw him doing that. I was like, you know what? I fucks with these changes. You know?
Yeah, honestly, it was such a strong round. The writing was really good. The punching was good. There
Yeah.
was great like jokes in between where like
Hmm.
he still was aggressive with it, and everything about it. Like he just the crowd was so receptive to him already.
Yeah.
And in fact, if I recall, I think Rock actually elected to go first. He didn't lose the coin toss.
Oh, he chose to go first.
Yes, and that was genius.
Mm.
That was genius. I remember because I said to myself, "Wow, he is smart.
Take
He
full
knows this
advantage of that
crowd
love.
is yeah, he knows this crowd is so happy to see him. Don't waste no time.
Yeah, they're
Waste no
primed.
time."
Yep.
And I love the Pat stay alive bar. I love that bar. I
Yeah.
loved it because we've seen Pat Stay's name get flipped, but
Right.
that was one of the best ways to flip Pat Stay's name.
That was fire.
Like how has nobody ever said Pat Stay alive?
Yo, listen, man. The GBK had to bring that bar out, man. Oh no,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I will say this though, his first round was a little long, man. Don't you think?
I saw a stat
Uh huh.
between Pat Stays and Tay Rock's first round,
Yeah.
combined. The battle's 26 minutes long
The first rounds?
combined.
Come on, man. This is crazy. That's
Makes
crazy.
you appreciate Geechi Gotti and Rum Nitty, huh? You can watch half of Geechi Gotti and Rum before their first round is done.
Yo, no, you can watch the entire battle of Geechi Gotti
Yeah,
and Rowan.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You can
and
watch
then
the
another
entire you
half
can
of it.
watch the
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
battle
one and a
and
half
half
time.
of it.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, man. Not for nothing. I thought maybe Rock went a bit long. That's my only minus from this because there were a couple, little dry spots here or there, whatever. But all in all, man, his first round was just so well rounded. Like I thought it was dope, man. I thought it was fire. Now we got Pat Stay coming out, man. And I think Pat really realized, like, yo, I'm under the gun here, man. Like, that reception was not what I received. This guy had a fire round. I better come out guns a blazing. And he definitely did that, man. France, talk to me about Pat Stay's first round, brother.
Pat Stay made it very competitive still.
Mm-hmm.
He showed his skill set right there. Like he had the bars, he had the punches. He
Yeah.
like stood on top of like the stool that was on the
Yeah, and he
stage, and
was
he
the
would like
first guy to
look
do
even
that.
taller than what he really is.
Yeah,
He
you
he
playing.
looked taller than what he already was, and he stared at the crowd. And the I love the line where he said to Rock, Go ahead, I'll let you land the shot.
Hmm.
Then I'll lay rock out smooth like a grand with the counter like a
Yeah,
granite
Granite
top.
Top. Ooh, that was
That was that was
fire.
fucking
I think that
fire.
was the line
I was
that
like, see,
really
and then
that was the line that really won them over. Like, yo, okay, he really came to play and got some bars.
at that moment you're thinking to yourself like, yo, you forget sometimes Pat could go bar heavy if he really tried to.
Right.
And their first round was just so good on both ends.
Yeah.
Uh, you're just thinking to yourself like, yo, if they keep this going, this could be a c word.
Right.
You know,
Classic. Right.
I don't ever throw it out there so frequently, but you're just like, yo, if they keep this up, this
Uh
could be
huh.
one of those.
Uh
And
huh.
and unfortunately, they kind of didn't. But
Yeah.
the
Got
first
to.
round was very competitive. You can kind of edge it the pat if you want versatility, but I gave it a Tay Roc that first round.
It could go either way. Either way, but I was definitely leaning towards Rock on that one. If you want to watch it a few times and nitpick, feel free, go ahead. But all in all, it's that first round of Tay Rock. Yeah, but second round, Tay Rock goes and
The
he
second
goes.
round, that's where we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man. Second round, Tay Rock basically went on to talk about Pat Stay's alleged crack use, and he stayed on that topic for so long, brother. And us being fans of Pat and Tay, we've heard all of these, flips before and all of these attacks or whatever. So it wasn't anything that was that new to us. So, what did you think about the overuse of the crackhead bars?
Um, okay, here's the thing.
Hmm.
Tay Rock second round, he looked human again. Like he wasn't the Tay Rock from his first round.
Hmm.
He didn't continue that. He kind of stood away from the game plan. He attacked a outdated angle. And here's the thing: the angle for me was not effective, right? Because
Right.
I think with angles, you got to think to yourself a couple things, right? Like, okay, there's some people that haven't watched all of Pat Stay's battles, so that angle may be fresh to them. There may be some casuals or some brand new fans that are just now really tuning in. So an old angle may not be as effective. May not you might not deduct as much points from an old angle,
Well,
right?
you know what? I'll give you that
So in
because
terms of
apparently the rounds that Gemini were using on Soul, apparently those have been, angles that have been used before. But for me personally, I never really heard them. So for me, they landed. So I agree with you on that one.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Like I also thought the same thing as well with Gemini. Going back to that, like I've heard that before with
Right.
Soul with the racist stuff,
So for
but
us,
it's
it
just the
hit
fact that
differently.
the fact the crowd turned against him so drastically is what made it so impactful. Not so much the content.
Right.
Like for me, it's kind of like what does the angle do versus what you're saying, because how accurate it is
Hmm.
can be a depiction. Like you can make up a fake angle, blow it up, make it look beautiful,
Right.
and shit, we might run with it.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so in terms of accuracy, hit or miss, right? I'll let that slide.
Hmm.
But it's just the fact that like we've heard, like I don't know. I've seen that angle on Paste so many times already. Paste's in a different point of his life where like now if you try to use a lean angle on Hollow, for example, it wouldn't be effective.
Right. That's what.
People have used the lean angles, and he's cleaned up.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. It's like, yo, look, man. If you look at Pat Stay, this fool is not using crack. Like the whole angle is just like is played out. He's at a different point in his life. You know what I mean? So for him to just harp on that for an
Top it off,
entire round,
he stood on it for a very long. Even if it was
yeah,
effective, he stood on it for
is
a very
way
long
too
time.
long. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I thought it was just a bit played, and it was just a a waste of a round almost. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like he could
Yeah.
have just went into a gun bar bag and just gave that UK crowd because they were ready to eat whatever he was ready to feed them. And they wanted that from him. So first round, boom, oh, I'm gonna pull a trick on you and show you I got the versatility. Okay, we're loving it. Oh my God, we didn't know Rock could do this. Second round, boom, should have came with nothing but them gun bars, man. And I think this was part of what he was doing that was a little bit different, maybe trying to angle Pat and just stuck on it way too long. I thought that he just misused his second round.
I think trying to angle Pat stay in general is just so difficult to do.
Hmm.
especially when you're not an angler to begin with. It's like
Right.
we don't really know Tay Roc to be angling
Right.
his opponents like that anyway.
Hmm.
So he's a wrong person to try to angle, and you're already not an angler. So like those two things don't combine. Like you're doing something that's not in your characteristics,
Right.
and you're doing it to somebody that kind of reflects all of that. So I've seen some people say, well, Pat Stay used the angle that Tay Roc lives in a nice community. Good said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, but Goods is the one that introduced it. See, this is the thing with angles, guys. Let's make one thing very clear with an angle. When a battle rapper introduces a brand new angle,
Uh huh.
yes, it's still fresh. Like we can use it. Like Shine opened up the doors for Surf being a snitch. The next three battles, all you heard was Surf's a snitch
Right.
because Shine opened that door. But I mean,
Right.
now in 2018, if you call Surf a snitch, it's not as effective
Right. You
for
just sound
us for
played
the most
out.
part.
Right. Yeah, man.
So Rock being in the gated community, this was 5 months ago. It's still pretty
Still
fresh.
fresh. Yeah.
So and
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 it's
to be
nothing to
honest,
be
Pat Stay
ashamed of, man.
and to be honest, Pat Stay only stood on that for like 4 bars or less.
Right.
And this is the problem I do have with Pat Stay's second round.
Hmm.
Um, when he got into see, look, I understand that Pat Stay and Rock got into a little dispute because Pat Stay misunderstood Rock. He thought Tay Roc called Pat Stay's son a bitch. In
Right.
reality, he said that he said, "I'll call your mother to tell you her son's a bitch." So he was talking about Pat.
Right.
Misunderstanding, whatever.
Yeah.
But can we give credit to the fact that Pat Stay was able to control his emotions? Look at Tay Roc. Tay Roc also was talking in between his rounds. Let's
Yeah.
not forget that.
Yeah.
And in between the talking of his rounds, getting heckled from Tay Roc's talking, he mid round rebutted the fact
Right.
that he thought that he was disrespected.
Right.
So there's a lot of things that came out of that. So he came out with a mid round rebuttal about Tay Roc's daughter, and it was crazy. That line was crazy. And I saw it and I thought to myself, like, yo, hold on. Did they just breach their contract here? Like I know this is like off limits for the both of them, right?
Right.
And Tay Roc and them got into heated back and forth. And then
Yeah.
boom, Paste said, hey, there you go. Almost about to fight. He not doing nothing.
What?
And the crowd loved it.
Well,
So
yeah.
like it played against them.
Well, let me set that up because that was part of his angle already. You know what I'm saying? So he already spit those bars, and you're like, oh snap, okay, yeah, that is true. Whatever, whatever. He never got into a real, physical fight on the stage, which is good because, like we preach, nonviolent, nonviolent. But it's like, yo, he just said this. And now, definitely, they pieced it up. So, peace to them for piecing it up and understanding that, it's just a misunderstanding on the stage. But you have Tay Roc yelling at Pat saying, yo, he wants to fight him, or, you got me twisted. And he's in his face, and Pat is like, yo, I'm right here. What's up? Thankfully, cooler heads prevail, but it just proved that his angle just proved itself out in real life. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, no matter how crazy Tay Roc's bars was, you can't rebuttal real life. So it's like, hey,
Yeah,
if
I
the,
can. I
you
want to.
know,
I want to appreciate. I want to appreciate Tay-Roc for being a professional.
yeah,
There's been
both
battles
guys,
where he's
both
been
guys.
flustered by. Yeah, there's been battles where he's been flustered by something his opponent does, but he holds his composure. Like I think back to like Rum Nitty and Tay-Roc
Yeah,
round two when they already had a scuffle. Rum
yeah,
Nitty still
man.
pocket checks him, and Tay-Roc's like, "Yo, you got it coming. You got it coming." So like they already had a scuffle, and you're gonna pocket check him. Like
Right,
you're adding fuel to the fire.
right,
So
right.
Tay-Roc didn't spaz because had you put anybody else in a position where they're being talked about their daughter, they might fight. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
um, but credits to Pat Stay for his lyrical ability and freestyle abilities. But
Right.
this is where Pat Stay almost threw the entire round away. And let me
Talk
just say
about it.
this: if this wasn't in London, this was anywhere else, woof, he probably could have cost himself the battle with this. But that nightstick bar was definitely a racist bar. I'm
Talk
sorry.
about it, man. Break it down, brother. Because I
Um,
heard about the bar, but I think I might have missed how it said. So break it down for me.
um, I forgot the setup for it, but he was like, "I'll fucking beat you with a nightstick." Yeah. And he said he said another line about like a police officer. How it went? Oh, he goes, "I'll fucking beat you with a nightstick." Like, yeah, registrations in your license. Listen to the imagery of that. You're white, he's black. You beat him with a nightstick, and you're saying you're a cop.
Yo, man,
There's
this
there's
is
nothing okay.
battle rap, man. Come
Look, for me, I
on.
don't. Yeah, is look
We're
again. For
tripping over
me, it's battle
this?
rap. So like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not tripping over this, but I'm saying this could have cost them the
Oh, I
crowd in
feel
a lot of other
yeah.
places.
No, facts. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely not saying that. You know what? He's the type that would say that in the South and then just look around. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got the charisma to pull it off. The fact that he treads that line and is willing to put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that he pulls it off 9 times out of 10 is why he is Pat Stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a touchy
For
line to
me,
do anywhere, but he,
look,
it's
it's a
funny
very
though. But
touchy line, but it's a touchy ass line, but it's only 2 bars. So I think people need to stop over
yeah,
exaggerating. Like, oh,
come
I
on,
didn't feel those
man.
racist bars, bro. It
Come
was
on.
two line. It was 2 lines. Let's. It was 2 lines, and Tay Roc just called him a cracker for an entire round. Let's chill. Let's keep the same energy in certain places. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't say we
Yo,
don't.
come
We feel
on,
we
man.
can't we
Do
can't
some
come to battle
wild.
rap. Shout outs to Ryan O'Leary. Let me quote Ryan O'Leary like I always do. Morals in battle rap are for suckers.
Yo, listen, man. When I watch comedy specials, if I'm watching a white guy and he's telling black jokes, and if it teeters on that line but doesn't cross it, it's like, yo, he did his job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to make you feel a little weird, a little like, but come on, man. You guys are watching battle rap. Like, get your panties, man, out of your coochies. Like, this is, you guys are bugging out. Like, yo, I've heard way
Yeah, I don't
worse,
know.
man.
I,
Like,
I will I will accept the fact that some people thought the bar was distasteful and they didn't like it. I'll accept that,
yeah.
but I personally can't accept you docking his entire round away just because of those 2 lines.
No, you can't do
Um,
that.
I don't know. For me, I thought the round was still clear. Some people have it debatable, but I think it's still clear. Like
Nah,
Patch Day won the round. He got under Tay Roc's skin. He was
he
freestyling.
had the
He had
better
better rap
bars.
moments.
Yeah, he had
He
better
he
bars.
he
He and his and his
stole the momentum.
and his angle came to
Everything.
life. His angle played out in real life. You can't rebuttal real
Facts.
life. So I'm sorry, man. No matter how you cut the cake, Pat Stay wins that round.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. And round three, Tay Roc round three was kind of like what you said,
Whoa, yeah,
straight gun bars,
yeah,
and he was on his way to having a moment round three, and it was special for me because I thought to myself, finally, I haven't seen this Tay Roc since Hollow. Like the goods battle was pretty
right,
good,
yeah,
Hitman battle was okay, the disaster battle was pedestrian, but finally Tay Roc's overcoming his adversity, and he did something we've never seen him do, which is like stumble and kind of forget his material. And you can't lie, I think I felt this way. I don't know if you felt this way. I
talk.
gasped and I was like, like I
Yo,
was like
I'm gonna
I was
be
hurt. I couldn't believe it.
I'm gonna be real with you. So I'm watching the round, right? I'm like, oh snap, Rock is fighting back. Like, the second round, he looked a little crazy after what happened. I'm like, he's fighting back. He's on fire. And then I'm like, all right, maybe he's having a chest moment and he drank too much water. And then I could hear someone saying, "Yo, son, freestyle, son. Just." I'm like, "No, what do you mean, just freestyle? No, Tay Roc, don't do it." So then he got the bars back, and I'm like, "All right, son had to just had like too much water or whatever. Like, okay, not Tay Roc, you know what I'm saying?" But then he went back, and I'm like, "Oh man, I can't even ignore the first one now." You know what I'm saying? And the weird part was it's like he knew his material, like he would continue on from the next line. So it's not like he was going back on the bars, but he just kept saying, "Yo, I'm thrown off. I'm thrown off." I don't know if it was the combination of the love from the bar, from the fight, from the near fight with Pat in the second round, just being just off. Like he just kept saying, "I'm thrown off," and he did that like I want to say like 3, maybe 4 times, and it was a little disheartening, man, because on such a big stage and it was doing so well for that to happen and for the battle to pretty much be judged based off of that because he was doing well up until that point. It was just like, wow, if you have Tay Roc losing, he potentially loses the battle because he's messing up the material for the very first time ever. Like that was
Yeah,
crazy, fam.
yeah. Long story short, Pat Stay wins the third round, and you and I kind of have it like
Yeah.
where we're thinking to ourselves, "Shit, man, this might just be Tay Roc's third loss in a row."
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And it hurt.
But a
I'm not gonna
very
lie, it
good
hurt
battle
to
from
see him
Goods
lose the
though,
round
bro.
like that.
Yeah, man. Like I didn't see it going down like that. Like in a million years, if you would have said, "Yo, Tay Rock's gonna," I don't even want to call it the C word. You know what I'm saying? Like if you would have said that would have
Nah, it's not
happened,
a choke. It's just
right?
a strong. It's just a really strong stumble,
It's just yo.
and
You
it's
know what
like,
it was?
damn.
He fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how else to put it. You know what I'm saying? Rock
But
keeps it real. Like it's just the moment got to him. He said he was thrown off. You know what I mean? And it happens to folks. Like I get it, but it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying?
let me
And
let me let me quote Tay Roc.
go for it.
He says, Summer Madness 8 was a hell of a night. Shout outs to Pat Stay. Mad stumbles and chops through my third. It's
Okay,
inexcusable. I'll be back and better.
there you go, man.
That I love that.
There you
I love
go,
to hear
man.
that because he takes
Accountability,
accountability, and
accountability.
he honored his opponent between the war they had, and he said,
Facts.
"I will be back." And Pat Stay says, "Salute, bro. Thank you. It was an honor." And yo, they put on for each other, man. Like it was such a
Yeah,
competitive match,
they definitely
and
did.
we me and Tim was laughing. We were talking on the Slack, obviously, and I
Hmm.
was like, "Yo, I know organic somewhere with a big smile."
You know, yo, Thesaurus is somewhere doing cartwheels right now, man. The Thesaurus don't know how to feel because on one hand Pat did well, but on another hand URL did well, so he don't know how to feel. Oh man, shout out to Pete, man. One love, baby. No, but
um,
but
yeah, man.
let's
That
not. But also, Pat also closed out. You know what I mean? Like his third round was
Yes,
dope
yes,
too.
yes.
Let's not sleep on that.
Good thing you pointed that out
Yeah, man.
because anybody else could have said, "Oh shit, the opportunity's here," but they don't
Right.
always put their foot down.
Yeah.
They don't close the door. They don't seal the deal. Pat Stay
Facts.
said, "Let me seal this deal." So at the very least, I can have one round clear at this battle. And you know
Exactly.
what? For me, this event kind of is now changing my views on battle rap
Okay.
because I want to start giving props to somebody that has the best round, somebody that has more control of the elements surrounding them, and somebody that has the clear round. Because if you have two rounds that are edges, but one person has a clear round, that means this is the only round that you cannot debate.
Exactly.
That has to mean something.
Exactly. It's like, yo, in boxing, if let's say you got a 3 round fight, you got 10-9, 10-7, the other guy, and then 10-9. It's like, yo, listen, or 10-8, whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
listen,
10
man.
8.
Yeah, 10-8. You know
It'll
what
be
I mean?
10 8, 10 9, 10 9.
Right. It's
Yeah,
like, yo,
and
this guy
the
took
scores
it
will equal up.
clearly. Right. So it's like, hey,
Exactly.
who had this guy got a clear round? You can argue the other ones if you want. We got to start thinking about that, man. It's not just, 2 rounds to one. It's an overall battle. That's how I judge my battles. I might say 2-1 just so you guys could digest it fairly, but it's about an overall who controls the whole battle to me pretty much. Yeah, man. So moving on to the next battle, friends. What was the next joint of the night?
Um,
Arsenal and Twork?
the Clash of Jersey, New Jersey Twork versus Arsenal the Rebel.
Yeah, man.
New Jersey Twork gets a standing ovation, just like Twork did when he comes out, which was incredible. This crowd was here for Twork, and I just want to point out, look at the kind of fan base this guy has internationally. Like,
Everywhere.
I really hope that moving forward from this year and on, like Twork just sticks to the URL battles or like sticks to battles that he really cares about, because like there's not a lot of up and coming guys now that you're gonna book in London like this, and they're gonna have this kind of a reception, this kind of a turnout, this kind of a pool, this much environment that wants to see you perform, right? And Twerk really has a moment to cement a legacy. I just really hope he realizes it, you know?
Yo, fam, the reception was crazy, beyond crazy. Might have been more than Arsenal's, man.
Yeah, I said that. Tay Roc and Twerk got a bigger reception than Pat and Arson. They've been in London already.
Crazy, man. Bananas, bananas. But man, I was truly looking forward to this battle. And I made my pick at the last second. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go with the old head in this battle. I said, Ars picked this guy for a reason. Ars has been there before. And I thought coming off of that hollow battle, I think, he realized, like, damn, son, like, homie really got one on me, and I had a feeling he was coming back for vengeance. And I knew the moment wouldn't be too big for him, and pretty much the battle played out the way that I thought it was gonna play out, man. Like, what did you think of the battle as a whole?
I was not. I don't want to say the word disappointed, but I was shocked at
Mm,
the turn of events. Right,
mm.
because every this battle was lined up for Twork to have everything that Arsenal accomplished.
Yo, the rollout to this battle, you couldn't have asked for a better rollout, man. It's like if you were on Def Jam and your album was about to come out, everybody knew your album was about to come out. The Shook battle dropped, it
Real
looked
quick,
great. the
yeah, real
chess
quick.
the chess band drop
Let's
looked
put
great.
yes. Let's put into major context that once Arsenal and Twork was announced, everybody was angry, bitter, upset, and and they were also a little upset with Arsenal too because Arsenal's performance against Hollow really wasn't
Right.
too great, and,
Yeah.
and they ended up having the battle of the night,
Right.
probably one of the best battles of this year.
That's crazy, man. That is, yeah. Everybody was mad.
So,
Like,
so
how could you put him on after SM7? And they're like, ours is coming for a money grab. Like, people were just like, hell no. But yo, it turned out
Battle
fire.
World, I want you guys to Battle World. I don't want you guys to be fickle. I want you to look at somebody's maximum potential and realize what they can bring when they're at their highest level, when they're at their peak. Stop thinking about what they've done and think about what can possibly come out of them, you know. And
Hey,
Arsenal and Twerk lived up to the expectations. They did that. But for me, right, I'm gonna skip round one. I'm just jumping out round two.
oh, okay.
Round one was close. Round one was close, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can edge it either way. But
Mm-hmm.
round two, like Arsenal had the best round of the battle. He had the most
Yo,
crowd control. He was
what?
freestyling. He was
What?
mid round rebuttaling. It was
What?
incredible. And Arsenal's second
Vintage.
round was probably it was a vintage arse. It might be a top 15 round of the year, right? It
They had to
landslided
stop him. They
Twerk.
had to stop
They had to
him.
stop him.
They
They
had
had
to
to stop
physically
him.
restrain him from rapping. When's the last time they had to stop Arsenal from rapping? Yo, it was crazy. It was an onslaught, man. It was a verbal ass whooping, kid. It was crazy.
And let's not get it twisted either. We knew for a fact Arsenal was going to pull out the accolades card against
Oh
Twerk.
yeah.
But I mean,
But it
Twerk is in
sounds
that
so good,
yeah,
man.
but Twerk is in that era now where these guys aren't going to get the opportunity that Arsenal's era got. Like Twerk only has one battle of a million views, and it just
Right,
happened like 2 weeks ago.
right.
Like these guys aren't going to get the views, the numbers, the opportunities that these guys have created, the foundation that Arsenal's generation made for battle rap. But when Arsenal put all those things on paper, it
Mm-hmm.
made everybody remember, like, yo, this is a Mount Rushmore battle rapper right here.
Exactly.
And you and I know that. You and I have said that all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But I'm glad he did that and reminded everybody. He gave everybody a vintage performance.
Yeah, man.
Because
He got his respect that night, man. Like, as people are listening to it, you can hear the crowd cheering louder and louder for each accolade because it's making you remember exactly the journey that he's been through on the past 10, 11 years. And we've been there with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing hits you like real life. And he's rapping it well. So, like, what do you want? Like, it was crazy. Oh, man. Vintage arse, man. That was ass whooping arse, yo. Bananas.
yeah, man, it was an incredible Arsenal. Obviously, I think Twerk is more lyrical than Arsenal. So people will say, "Oh, Twerk edge, he won the third clearly, and I edged Twerk the first." But for me, this goes back to what I was just saying. I want to look at battles differently. I don't want to look at battles no more with like edge. I want to look at it as impact. Who had the best round? Who had the most control? Who had the moment? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to factor these things in because it's like, how can I watch Arsenal dominate at the bottom of the second round, the crowd screaming out 2-0. He's having one of the best rounds. He's having the moment that Twerk's supposed to be having. And I'm
Right.
gonna sit here and say Arsenal lost the battle. I can't sit here and say that.
Now, I know that we skipped over the first round, but I just want to gloss over it quickly. Like, Twerk definitely had bars, and I felt like Arsenal definitely had bars, but Arsenal was just in full command of everything and displayed everything that you needed from a battle rapper. I thought he took it a step above and beyond. Like, he was just super on point. So even if you just a super bar heavy dude, Arsenal had bars and everything else. Like, for me, man, like he just had control of this battle. Like, even in the third round, it's like you can tell, the second round, affected Twork, and he came out and did a third and did the strapped in. He unzipped his hoodie, unveiled a
Had the wrong
rival. Yeah,
jersey.
he had a jersey that rivals the Arsenal team, and in that part of town, they weren't having that, so they booed him. And you know how Twork is. Once you get booed or the crowd's not rocking with you, you start, you know, doing this and not rocking right. And he was on the
He bounced
verge.
back. He
He
bounced back.
he bounced back, but then he didn't close out strong either. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? It sounded
It's
like
funny. Yeah, it's
it
funny.
was a little
It's funny you
shaky
say that.
towards the
I
end,
thought
bruh.
that's yeah.
The closeout was a little
I thought that was the
shaky.
round he actually probably won.
But by that point, man, ours just like he just already won the battle. Like, you could just tell from just the body language when it was done. If you got to sit there and go bar for bar, this guy won. I don't want to hear it. Like, he ain't win. You know, but
Yeah,
you know,
Twork didn't need a bar for bar win against Arsenal. He needed to have a round like Arsenal had in the second round because every time Twork's had these big battles, he's had a moment, and that's almost what we gravitated
the
towards, giving Twork the win, just his moment alone.
listen, man, he needed to treat it like
and
he treated
and
that
listen,
Suge battle. Like that Suge battle, he
and let's
all
let's
three rounds just went hard. Like he didn't go hard all three
let's
rounds in
let's
this
call it
battle.
spade. Let's call it spade to spade, man. Let's call it spade to spade.
Talk about it.
If you give Twerk those previous battles, the Verb, the Shug, the Chess, if you give him those battles because of a moment, you'll have to give Arsenal the battle because of a moment.
Right. He pocket tapped him and
You-
tried to rip his hoodie off. Like it don't get bigger than
oh,
that,
I
right?
didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I
I
didn't
wasn't.
appreciate that
Yeah,
shit
I didn't
because Twerk's
appreciate
made it
it.
very clear. Like
But Oz being
Twerk's
Oz.
made it very clear. Like don't do that to me. And that's the third battle in a row. We get
Yeah.
shoving and confrontation. It's just at this point, it's at the end of the battle. So
Yeah.
there's nothing you can really do about it. Yo,
Right.
can we talk about how smart Arsenal was to do J- Twerk strapped in at the
Oh my
bottom of the second
God,
round?
man. Like, yo, he killed it too,
He
man.
stole the even if Twerk strap in was good, he stole the opportunity
He
for
already
Twerk to
did
have
it.
an amazing.
Oh man,
Yeah,
hell yeah, man. He already wow. See, when someone does your move and they kill it and then you go to do your move and get booed, like, yo, you gotta take a point away for that. You know what I'm saying? Like these are major landing points. Like if you're watching wrestling and the guy doesn't stick his finishing move properly, oh man, what are we doing? So that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, bro, he stripped away part of your powers, man. So uh,
I was kind of weirded out in Arsenal's third round when he was rapping so well,
yeah.
and he said that Elvis line. I'm like, Arsenal, that line was
Yo, yo,
definitely
yo,
you.
yo,
That line was
yo,
definitely used
yo,
against you.
yo. Can we pull a huge negative for that joint? What was he trolling us? Like he could not have forgotten.
That's a big
He could
minus.
not have forgotten that Aver pulled one of his moves on him by doing the Elvis move on him. Like, come on, B. He had to be trolling us. Like he had to because come on. Like that was terrible, man. That was terrible, terrible in the words of Charles Barkley. I don't know, man. Ours, we got to put a big negative on that joint. But all in all, I was able to shake my head and go, "Yo, ours is a wild boy."
It was just something you laugh at. Like
It was
when you
just
make battle rap
bizarre.
bloopers of like Shaq and the Fool,
Yeah,
or like dumb things battle rappers say,
he was.
you're gonna put that one in
Oh
there.
my god, he was arson a fool, man. That dude was wilding, yo. But anyway, he still took that battle though, man. Shout
But you know
shout
what though?
out
I'll
to
say
him,
this
man.
much though. I'll say this much, man. If Arsenal's the king of Jersey, which he is,
Yeah,
New Jersey Twerk is the prince of it,
the
man.
Prince of
I'll
Jersey
give
for
him that.
sure.
I'll give him that much, man, for sure, man. And I'm still looking forward to what Twerk has to do.
Yeah, man.
His career is bright if he takes it serious.
I really like what you said, man. Like if he just only took URL battles the next year, like his stock will be in such a great place. I don't know these guys' personal finances, but if make it work for the brother, man, because he's spreading himself too thin, yo, and he just needs to focus on these big battles that make sense, on the league that makes sense, because a fully focused Twork is a very dangerous dude that could take on anybody, and this is one of our future stars. This is one of the guys that's going to carry on in battle rap, and I just want to see him preserve
Facts.
himself, over time. So whatever we need to do, man, to get this right, let's get it right so we can get the best of him every time, man. But he made it out there to London. He got his experience, and I think he's gonna learn from this. And I think He's gonna watch the game tapes, and he's gonna learn a thing or two from Arson. He's gonna be better in the future. So salute to
I
Twork,
agree. I
Arsenal
agree.
though.
Um, the next
Got
battle
his
card,
respect,
man.
man.
Iron Solomon and T Top, and I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I said prior, I wasn't excited for the match, but they had a very good performance. But something about it still felt like it was just missing something, right? Like there was no song on the battle.
No no adobo. Yo, man. Truth be told, my stream went out during this battle, so
Yeah,
it was kind of a
my
hat
stream
drop
cut
for
off during
me.
that battle too, man.
So, and all honor, and I really went back to watch, Pat and Ars, and a couple of the other battles, just to really touch up on them, and I didn't get a chance to get on to check this battle out a second time, so I really can't judge it, y'all. What did you? How much of it did you see?
No, no, I got to watch it back, and
Okay, what did
I
you
gave
think
Iron
watching it
Solomon
back?
the battle. Um,
Okay.
I thought Iron won the first. T Top won the third clear. I think T Top was the only one that got it around clearly.
Mm.
Iron Solomon second round I edged it, but Iron kind of took a page out of Tay Roc's book with the
Hmm.
whole volumes coming. A Verb stop ducking.
Oh
Sue
no.
Surf. How
Yeah,
you
I
got
read
shot?
those
It,
tweets.
it, it,
Oh man. Yeah.
I was like,
How did the crowd
whoa.
react to that?
Oh, they loved it.
Oh man, word. Yeah, I don't like when people talk about people who got shot. Like it's cringe. It's
Yo,
crazy,
you
man.
know what I love? I love the fact that
I don't
whenever
like it.
Iron Solomon takes a shot at Surf, no pun
Yeah.
intended, Surf
Oh
tweets it
man.
out like, "Oh, that shit was fire." Surf was like, "Yo, that shit was lit." Surf was like, "Yo, this motherfucker's pen is crazy." Like, Surf
Oh
gives Iron
man.
Solomon props. Hopefully, that match does still go down. Hopefully,
I want to say this. I don't know if either one of these guys wanted to battle one another, but give Iron Solomon someone that he wants. You know, give him someone
I
that
would
he
love to see
wants.
Iron Battle Verb, but only in St. Louis.
Mm,
Personally,
mm-hmm.
Dirty deserves that home game.
Dirt.
So that's just how I feel.
Yeah, man. I want to give Iron someone that he wants. Give him another small room joint, man, and let us
What a
enjoy
fucking year for
that
Iron
pen.
Solomon, right?
Yeah, man. Crazy year,
What a
crazy
fucking
year.
year for Iron Solomon.
Well, like I said, man, I definitely want to run this battle back. Any highlights from this battle for you? Any pluses, minuses? Let's
Oh,
go over it.
hold on.
Yeah.
I just remember the Iron Solomon thing. He said volumes coming, verb stop ducking, surf. How you take all these shots? You still dumping. Geechi for volume 3. Every battle I leave Earth, he can't even leave the country. Ooh.
Oh.
He also threw Geechi on the list.
Oh
So
man.
just let it be known. Shouts to Geechi Gotti and Twork, who was also on this card.
Yeah.
Because they were on Summer Madness 7 and Summer Madness 8.
Yeah.
The people are eyeballing these guys. The legends, the top names in the game, they want these
They
guys.
got rounds ready for y'all, man. They got rounds ready for y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
better be
So
ready.
Iron Solomon and T Top, they definitely delivered though. Like
Mm-hmm.
no, I have no discredit for their performance. Their performance was actually way better than I thought it would be. Like they came with it was competitive. It's just for me, they're such good anglers, and
Yeah.
for there to be no backstory, it felt like that part of their game was missing. Where it's like, damn, I know you guys are such amazing anglers, but you guys don't have a backstory. No, you guys have anything you're really angling at. So like that part of who you are is missing. Like when I listen to T Top, I'm ready for an intricate story. Well, I won't call it intricate, but I call it a well detailed story
Mm-hmm.
that paints a lot of imagery that lets me see the narrative that T Top's trying to paint for me. And Iron Solomon could do the exact same thing.
Mm. Yeah. Gotta check that battle out again,
But
man.
overall, you can argue either way, whatever. But I'm gonna give this one an
That's
Iron Edge.
whatever. It should sound like dry turkey, man. It's still
The
turkey. It's
reason
just a
why I
little
say whatever
dry. You
is
know what I mean?
I
Put a little
say
gravy
whatever
on that
because I
bitch.
was upset at a lot of battles. I was upset at a lot of battles being air quote debatable, and this is the only battle I feel like it is a debatable.
Right.
The other ones I feel like have clear winners.
Facts, facts. Nah, I definitely gotta check that one out and give it its total respect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So move it on, brother.
Main event, man. It went down. It happened. It took
Funk flex
place.
bombs.
I am excited that it went down. Shout outs to URL, whatever they did to make it happen. I know you're gonna have an in-depth breakdown with this soon, so you and I can.
Oh yeah.
I won't say we'll breeze through it, but let's talk about it.
Yeah,
How we
yeah.
felt round for round, real quick. And the first round, I love that John wanted to go first. It looked like
Yo.
he really wanted to just to cement his legacy with it. It just felt right for John.
Yo.
But
Let me
big credits, big credits to Hollow, man. He's just so hard to beat clearly.
yeah, yo, let me give you a little backstory to this. So a couple months ago, somehow my man ended up sitting right next to John at the airport. Meanwhile, I think me and you were texting each other about I got John winning, whatever the case is, and I'm like, yo, and somehow ended up tweeting John. You know what I'm saying? We started going back and forth. I was just like, yo, it's just in the air, man. Like he's just destined to win. And then as the battle's coming closer and he's got all these things going on, I'm like, yo, man, I don't know, bro. Like I was going back and forth, and I was like, this he's got too much going on. Hollow's well polished. He's been out there before. Like I gotta go with Hollow. If I was a betting man, I'd have to go with Hollow, even though my gut wanted me to go with John. And yo, he didn't want no introduction. He wanted to get straight to the business, man. And boy, his first round was fuego, man. Friends, talk to me about my man John the Don's first round, brother. Hello?
Um, wow, his first round was marvelous, honestly. Shout outs to Tim from the team, Tim
Uh-huh.
Nielsen from Genius, the motherfucking robot.
Tim the Genius.
He already transcribed the battle.
Yeah, man. It's up already on genius.com.
It's already on Genius. It's transcribed. It's up there. This is crazy to me that he did it so quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, man.
Hmm.
Um,
So everybody, before we go on,
when
everyone,
Hollow put up the card,
yeah, everyone go to genius.com
which-
and go check out the lyrics to John the Don versus Hollow the Don, genius.com.
facts.
And salute our boy Tim Nelson, aka Tim the Genius. Now let's go back to Let's Talk Battle Rap. Go ahead, France, my bad.
Um, John's first round had such well layered writing. I appreciate it so much, but Hollow is just so tactical. And he's such a defensive genius with that sign.
Oh my
I
gosh.
hate it and love the sign because a part of me felt like, damn, I don't want to call this poor sportsmanship,
It was.
but it's just like
Yo,
it's just at one point it got a little distracting and
fam.
it worked.
Let
It took away from John's
we
rounds
gotta
and it
keep
was
it. I'm sorry. I can't even let you finish. Like it irked me so much, bro. I'm
yeah. Go
sorry,
ahead,
man.
go
Like
ahead.
it really bothered me, B. Like I've been watching battle rap like damn near all my life, and in battle rap there would never be a time where we would accept like if a dude is rapping, another guy just comes out and starts screaming in the middle of his round. Like that's the equivalence of holding up that sign. Like you hold up the sign and the whole crowd starts yelling and cheering and stops what this man is doing. Like that's not cool. That's not sportsmanlike. That's petty. That's tacky to me. Like that should not. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why John ain't just snatch that sign up and just rip it. You know what I'm saying? But it led to him doing a rebuttal mid round. So instead of doing all of that, all of those distractions, because it stopped him like 2, 3 times. You know what I mean? And for everything that he's going through, for him to stay focused and to still deliver that crazy first round, it's like, yo, how could you not salute John the Don? Like this is a
Well,
focused man.
we've said it before. We've said it before. John is one of the best guys adapting. Like things will be thrown at him, and he adapts. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I kind of edge John that first round
Uh
is
huh.
because he put up the sign, and if you remember clearly, what people always seem to forget,
Yeah.
John mid round rebutted the
Yeah, that's
sign.
what I was saying. Yeah, he rebutted it. Yeah, man. He
I
rebutted
thought the
it and then
sign
he
was cool for like this. Its first, like one
maybe
time is
one
cool,
time,
but
but
once it
not
kept
all
going
those
up and
times.
up,
Come on, man. That shit is distracting, B. Like it starts distracting me. And I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. But it's like, yo, if you can't win with just your words, like stop. You could do whatever you want to do during your rounds, but during your opponent's rounds, stay to yourself. Like that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't cool, man. I didn't appreciate that. But yo, John was still smoking, man. And I thought he was definitely doing some new things, man. And even that whole part was round one when he was going the hollow no
Yeah, yeah.
hollow. Come on, fam. Like John was going off, B. Even through all that bullshit he was going through, he still went off and like went into new chambers. Like this was crazy. This
You
was
know what I really
crazy.
didn't like though?
What's up?
The, look, I could forgive the sign because I did laugh at it,
The
and when he
first
pulled out the other
time,
sign, like
whatever. Yeah.
when he pulled out the other sign, that sounded familiar. That was also clever, but like
Oh, he
again,
had
it,
two
it,
different
it was
sounds.
just done. It was yeah, two different signs,
Oh,
and
come
the
on,
second
man.
sign
He's
was
doing
funny.
too much, man.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The second sign was funny, but it's just the excessive amount of the times it was done.
Yeah.
It's I didn't really like it, but I can forgive it. What I can't forgive is that for some reason, every time Hollow has a battle, his rounds are always longer than his opponents.
Yo, he was done.
Like when it comes to efficiency, that's where I have when the I don't have Hollow losing a lot of battles, but when I have him losing a battle, it's from the efficiency where like somebody will have a 4 minute round of straight, haymakers, good writing,
Fire.
straight
Yeah.
to the point, and Hollow will have a 6 minute round that also includes rebuttals and mid round freestyles,
And
and that is skillful and tactical. But like shit, if you give John 2 more minutes against a Hollow, he'll win the round clearly.
right, because if he
Hollow will
continues
have
to,
the extra 2 minutes.
yeah,
He won't win the round. He doesn't win the round clearly with the extra time.
and it leads to a lot of dry spots also. Like I felt like
Yes.
because he was done with his first round, and if he would have stopped where he was done at with promoting his new clothing brand, I think hiddenlabels.com, well, go check that out. Um, he stopped. And then he's like, no, that's unlimited. So I'm gonna continue to go on. And it's like a whole nother 2 minutes. And I'm like, yo, some of these bars are not landing. And it's just starting to take points away from the like if you wanted to argue that first round for Hollow, like right when he stopped the first time, cool. Like you can make a really strong argument and whatever. But as he goes on, it's like, yo, he's just diminishing in skill like during that first round. And it was kind of crazy. And I was just like, yo, what is he doing, man? Like he's losing points right here. That was definitely a negative to me in that battle, in that first round. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, not to mention, you know what I really like from John? The way when he brought the NDA out, he ripped that up. And I was like, oh, how's he gonna go about this? Is he gonna hand it out or whatever? Is he gonna try to give it to?
Yeah,
No,
no.
it was just so smooth.
John
He
John
just
John got in his creative bag for this battle for
Yeah,
sure.
he definitely did get in his bag. And even the mirror part, when I first saw it, um, when I first saw it, I was like, that didn't land. And then he brought it back, and the way that he ended that bar, you're gonna have to check it out. I was like, oh, like this is crazy. Like he really used that tactic of, oh, let me really let you guys down, and thought that I hit you with a whack bar and come back with the real serious bar. And I was like, yo, that was fire. So his use of props was even better than the hollow use of props. How crazy is that?
Right. Um the second round is also kind of the same as the first in the sense where it dwindles down just a little bit as far as content. It's both very close on the end where like one person ended strong, one person started strong, one person ended weak, one person ended weak,
Right.
right? So it just kind of counteracts each other.
Hmm.
But for me personally, John's ending to his second round was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Right, man. Talk about it, brother. Talk about
I absolutely did not see that coming. That
it.
was the best way to ever like fake a choke,
Oh
and,
yeah,
and the whole
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
the whole nose, eyes, ears.
yeah. Yo,
That was incredible. He
my
goes, I
dude.
promise y'all that wasn't a choke. I just ain't peep the body language because then he knows before I take any lip, he's getting aired out.
Right,
And
man.
then he touched his nose, his
Yo,
eye, his ear, his. Oh my
and he's
god, it
got
was it was
four
so
eyes because he wears
tactical.
the
Like,
glasses. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. Yo,
hmm
not for nothing. When he did that, I was like, yo, is John choking? I was like, no, he's in control right now. Like he can't be choking. And when
wow,
he
you know what? It's funny you said that. It's funny you said that. I actually didn't catch that double entendre. Before I, four eyes. I didn't catch that
Yes.
one. Now that you just said that.
I'm in my bag. I'm in my decon bag. Yeah, man. So I was like, yo. So I said, no, he can't be. And then he hit us with that. I said, oh, shit. My man is in his bag right now, man. that was super creative, man. That was something new. And for everyone always talking about John John's taking things and this, that, and the third, like that was dope, man, to see him bring something like that out. Like I was really impressed, yo.
Yeah, man. Look, this is where I'm gonna leave it at. I think this battle's hella debatable. But the only
Word?
round that's clear is John. Look, for me and you, no, we have a clear
Okay.
winner. But clearly, there's a lot of people that have this battle in the air. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. When
mm.
you see that many mixed reviews,
Mm-hmm.
it's either like biasness being put aside, or there really is something that's being like, looked at two different sides. Because we could both admit, Hollow's first round, like when he was about to finish it, and he kept the second rebuttal about the smoke in the
Yeah,
crowd,
and all that.
the smoke in the venue.
Yeah.
That was kind of like, damn, the round was close, and you probably could have won the round with that one line.
hmm
I don't give him the round for that line personally, but
But
let me
then he
say
kept
this:
going though, so
you
those
could
got to like
let
neutralize
me say,
it.
yeah, let me say this: if you want to argue hollow clear, you can say hollow clear 2-1. If you want to say hollow edge, you can say hollow edge two
Yo,
one.
I don't even
But
think
you can,
so
but you
because
can't, but you can't,
okay, go
but you
ahead.
can't say hollow. You can't say hollow 3-0. But you can
Mm,
make an argument for John 3-0 edge. So
facts, you
so for
can.
me, that means
Mm,
John might have won this battle.
absolutely, man. Yo, you know what? When you put it that way, brother, when you think about all the total possibilities, right? When you break it down that way, he
You
has
can't
to.
say hollow 3-0, but
You
you can
can't.
argue John
Yeah, man.
3-0.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Hollow's third, I thought was just pretty pedestrian, man. Like it was just, yo, let me close this battle out. Like there was nothing really fantastic about it. Like, and John, he completed his task, man. He accomplished what he came to accomplish. His third was still fire, also. Like he really came to deliver all 3 rounds, man. And I thought he did
Man,
his job.
if John's legacy wasn't cemented prior to this,
It
that's it.
is
It's
now, man.
solidified. Like,
I said
yeah,
it
he
on
had
Twitter,
his
man.
legacy is solidified.
I said it on Twitter. To me, John, he took out a legend. Not a legend. He took out, in my humble opinion, Hollow, one of the goats. So now he has a seat at the table, man. He gets a chance to, he did it on the URL. He did it in front of a crowd that mattered, on a big stage under some extraneous, situations, and he brought it home, man. Like he really delivered. Win, lose, or draw, he's at the table now. He's a shot caller. He gets to, take on, and he gets to give the chances. He gets to call what he wants to do now. Like, welcome to the club, John. John, like you
I
really
think
did your thing,
we're,
B.
we're gonna we're gonna remember John's career always as the underdog that was able to compete with anybody you put him into, and the smart battle rapper that knew how to adapt in every battle. Like he's so tactical and smart that sometimes it just gets underlooked. And I said it in the playbook. He's underrated as an angler, overrated as a puncher. Not
Mm-hmm.
that he can't punch very well, but the way he sharpens his mind and tailors his rounds and
Yeah.
his material and adapts mid battle. He's so smart. He knows how to win battles. This entire year, he's been an underdog in all of his matches, and you and I have him winning all his battles this year. So
Yeah,
he's
man.
3-0, being an underdog every situation. That's incredible.
Yeah, and if you have him winning this battle like we do, like this means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't just a regular win. Like this is huge,
This
man.
ain't.
This is
This is
huge.
definitely not.
Like I don't know how much we
And listen,
count this.
nobody comes to Hollow with a decent performance unless your name is Joe Buttons, right? No, nobody comes to Hollow with like, yo, I can't be on my B game. I got to be on my A game. Like
Right.
people shut down their lives
Yeah.
when they have to battle Hollow. Let that sink in. They shut down their lives, and Hollow is also aware of the type of competition level he brings, so he also does the same. And credits to Hollow because at the end of the day, even though you and me didn't like a lot of things he did, we
hmm
had some problem with his materials. He's still so fucking good that you just can't beat him clearly.
Yeah, that people will always make that argument, People will always make that argument.
I think there's a winner in this match. You and I think there's a winner,
Absolutely.
but we can admit that damn, it's just not easy to beat Hollow to the point where everybody agrees.
Yeah, and if you do win, you're gonna have to work. Like I had Tay Roc winning, edging when he battled Hollow, but he had to work. You know what I'm saying? Like for anyone who's gonna take a victory, against Hollow, like you really are going to have
Yeah,
to
that was no regular Tay
work,
Roc.
right?
That was a special Tay Roc. And
Right?
even in his most special form, it's still a debatable
Oh my
classic.
goodness! How about when John flipped the buckle up joint, man, with a click and buckle? Oh man, that joint was crazy.
Shout out to Joe Buttons real quick. I wanted to point this out before we
Oh
close out of here.
boy.
Joe Buttons said, "Round one goes to John.
Uh
Round
huh.
two goes to Hollow. Round three, I have no clue. They both bugged out. And in
Oh
my
come
opinion,
on,
round three is the only clear round. So,
come
um,
on, man.
I was kind of like, yo, where's I was like, where's Joe Budden's mind at? Is Joe Budden gonna lean towards John because
Uh huh.
Hollow used the same angle of the domestic violence,
Right.
or is he gonna lean towards Hollow because him and Hollow have a better relationship? Like,
Right. Right. Oh man, that's crazy, man.
but
So
at the end of the day,
he had to give
John's
it
the
up.
only one with a clear round.
Yeah.
When you get the clear round against the goat, that matters, man.
Right.
And make no mistake, even if you have Hollow losing the battle, he's still one of the goats. He's still one of the greatest of
Yeah.
all time,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it
easily.
doesn't knock him
And
off that.
and when you get a clear run against a goat, you just gotta pat yourself on the back like, yo, I got one of those.
Facts, man. And I love the way all the drama leading up to is the battle gonna happen? Is the battle not gonna happen? Why aren't they saying anything? Well, is the
You know what I
URL
don't
gonna tell
understand?
us something? Like what's happening?
Every
Uh-huh.
battle the entire night had a scuffle except this one where they really fought.
No, but that they already got it out of their system, But man, both guys, it definitely seemed like there was some genuine feelings up there. I don't know how much. I don't know if these guys were putting it on. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely sold it up there. Just the way they were staring at each other, the level of intensity up there on the stage, like they really sold that battle, man. And
Yeah, man.
man, I
Well,
just want to say
I'm gonna leave
salute
it
to
at
both
that because
dudes.
I know you're probably I'm gonna leave it at that because I know you're gonna definitely break down this battle more in the
Yeah,
near
yeah,
future.
yes sir, yes
And
sir.
that's pretty much our recap for Some Man to Say, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, France, it's been
I'm
a
ready. I'm
pleasure.
ready to rest my brain. We got a lot going on for this month.
Oh my gosh, talk about it, man. Talk about it. Well, yo, everyone, thank you for tuning in, man. If you want to email us, let's talk battle rap at gmail.com. Check out my boy France at LTBR Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Check me
Man,
out.
we did that. We did that in the beginning.
Hey,
Blow.
peace. Later.